Building a strong Pokemon TCG deck is something that requires a lot of skill. You have to know a lot about the various cards in the format, know what decks are popular, and devise a strategy that will be consistent and powerful. Then you simply go online and just order the cards you need for your deck. But what if you couldn't do all of that? What if instead of building a deck based on the format or your card pool knowledge, you were given a set of parameters? Could you build a Pokemon TCG deck out of a single booster box? A booster box is made up of 36 booster packs, and each of these packs contains 10 unique Pokemon cards. So I got 2 Brilliant Stars booster boxes and drafted my friend Andrew into helping me out. We would each open up our box, and then, using the cards within, build a 60-card Pokemon TCG deck. Then, using these decks, we would battle it out to see who could come out on top. The only cards we were allowed to use outside of our box are basic energy cards. Normally in a Pokemon TCG deck, you're only allowed to have 4 copies of a card, but since we're doing a sealed format, we decided to go with the pre-release rules, where you're allowed to play as many copies of a card as you pull. We thought this could make the game a little bit more fun. This challenge made for a bit of a different opening experience. Normally you're hoping to pull the most rare or valuable cards, but in this instance, we were both just really hoping to pull cards that could work well together. Whimsicott and Arceus V-Star are both sweet pulls, but they don't really do much if you don't have the corresponding V to go along with them. What we were really both looking for was strong trainer cards. You see, Brilliant Stars has a few very good trainers in it, like Boss's Orders, Professor's Research, Ultra Ball, and Gloria. Even more mediocre supporters like Cynthia's Ambition, Barry, and Friends and Galar would prove to be solid consistency options for both decks. In the end, we both ended up going kind of a similar route with our decks, so let's take a look at what we built. So it looks like we kind of built the same deck.
Yeah,
we both have Liepard and Alcremie, and then just the Pokemon V that we pulled. So talk about what you kind of put together.
Yeah, I've got as consistent of a deck as I could piece together with a thick Liepard line. I really liked the synergy between Liepard's trade ability and Marnie's Pride, which allows you to accelerate a basic energy from your discard pile to one of your bench Pokemon. Then we also have a Magma Basin, which can accelerate energy from the discard pile. And with Cafe Master, you can accelerate up to 3 different type of energy from your deck to your benched Pokemon, which is great for powering up a whole bunch of different Pokemon V, which you can see we both kind of did. And if you have Alcremie in the active spot, your turn doesn't end when you play Cafe Master. So some really nice energy here. I'm stoked that I got 2 copies of Boss's Orders.
That's pretty good.
And we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, my deck's pretty much the same. I've got my Pokemon V are just a little different. Like I've got the Zarude V, which is pretty strong. Jungle Rage deals 120, and then 120 more if you're active as a V, so it can knock out all your Vs. Dracovish, similarly, it deals 210, so knocks out your Vs. Granbull, Simisear, not too bad. And Luminion V, great to search out supporter cards, so I'm really glad I got that. That can let me get a turn 1 Gloria pretty easily, a turn 1 Cafe Master potentially, if I'm not attacking that turn anyway, so Luminion is great, and it has the utility to be able to shuffle itself back into the deck, and it's a water type, which can knock out your Charizard, so.
It's true. I feel like, even though I got a slightly thicker Liepard line, and maybe a slightly thicker Alcremie line, you definitely have some really good attackers and some really good supporters in your deck.
Yeah, the Pokemon V, I think my Pokemon V are maybe a little better than your Pokemon V, but your deck looks like it's a little bit more consistent. So looking at the 2 decks, what are you thinking?
Oh, I've got this 100%.
You've got it?
Yeah, in the bag.
We'll see. I'll do my best to stop it. We'll see what happens. Andrew, would you like heads or tails?
I'm a tails kind of guy.
And it's heads.
Dang.
Didn't work out. I'll go first.
Sounds good.
Good luck.
Good luck.
Okay. The Mighty Granbull. What does that weak to? Okay, metal.
Metal, yeah.
Draw for turn. I'll use my Ultra Ball. I'll discard my Berry and an Oranguru. 2 pretty good cards to discard right off the rip. And I will grab Purloin. I will bench the Purloin, and I'll attach an energy to the Mighty Granbull, and it's your turn, Andrew.
Gonna draw for turn, and I too find an Ultra Ball. I'm gonna bench Purloin, and I'm going to bench my Charizard.
Oh, boy.
V. I'll attach Lightning Energy to Milcery. I'm going to pass to you.
Ooh, no supporter, huh? I'll draw for turn. Maybe he's sitting on a Cafe Master over there with an Alcremie already. He's got the juice already. No shot. I'll start with a berry. I'll draw 3 cards. I will evolve my Purloin into Liepard, and I will use Trade. And Trade discards a card from my hand, and I get to draw 2 cards. I'll bench Dracovish V. I'll attach a Grass Energy to Dracovish V, and I'll just pass to you.
Sounds good. I'll draw for turn. I'm going to play Ultra Ball, discarding Boss's Orders, and Purloin.
That's 2 pretty good cards.
Definitely. And I'm going to search my deck for a Liepard.
Okay.
And I need to find something off of this trade. So I'll discard Fire Energy with Liepard's trade and draw 2 cards.
Okay.
Sure enough, we've got some stuff going on. I can
boy.
evolve into Alcremie, and I can attach a Grass Energy to Alcremie. I will use Cafe Master.
Oh.
And I get to choose up to 3 of my benched Pokemon. For each of those Pokemon, I can search for a different type of basic energy and attach them. So I will attach a Fire Energy to my Charizard and a Metal Energy to my Liepard. And now my Alcremie's Rainbow Flavor Attack is doing 170 damage.
That's a lot of damage.
But I have a 0 card hand.
You do have a 0 card hand. But yeah, because of the Alcremie as well, your turn does not end.
It does not. So I get to swing with Rainbow Flavor for 170. It's a pretty solid turn, honestly.
Not bad. I will draw for turn. I'll use Luminion's V's Luminous Sign, which lets me search my deck for a supporter card. I will grab my Professor's Research and just put it in my hand. I'll put a Choice Belt on my Dracovish. I'll attach a Fire Energy to the Granbull for turn, and I'll play Professor's Research to discard my hand and draw 7 cards. I'll use Trade to discard Roseanne's, draw 2. I'll bench Milcery, and I will go for the Chomp, which does 30 damage, and then 10 more damage for each damage counter on this Pokemon.
Ah, that is going to be a knockout.
So, yeah, I will take this, and Andrew, kind of hoping for a top deck here, I imagine.
I at least get Liepard's trade. If I don't like this top card off my deck, I feel like I have to trade away my Morpeko V.
That's a little painful.
To look for an energy. I absolutely have to take a knockout. This is actually a pretty decent turn for me. I'm going to use Marnie's Pride, which allows me to attach a basic energy from my discard pile to one of my bench Pokemon. And I'm going to attach this Fire Energy from my discard pile to Charizard V. I'm going to leave the Liepard active, attach my Darkness Energy to Liepard, and use Slash for the knockout on Granbull, taking 2 prize cards.
Makes sense. Okay. So I'll send up my Milcery and draw for turn. I'll start with Trade from Liepard to draw 2. I will attach a energy for turn, and I'm going to use Cafe Master. I get to choose 3 bench Pokemon, search my deck for a different type of energy, and put it on that Pokemon. So I'll get those 3 different types, and I'll put them on those 3 Pokemon.
A draw for turn. I'm going to use Liepard's Trade ability to discard Double Turbo Energy and draw 2 cards. I'm going to bench Milcery, and I'm going to attach a Fire Energy to my Charizard V. And I'm going to use Slash to take the knockouts and go to 3 prizes remaining.
Okay. I will send up Dracovish, and I will draw for turn. Trade to discard a Cafe Master and draw 2. I'll use Berry to draw 3 cards. I'll bench Simisear V. I will put a Fire Energy on Simisear V. I'm just going to Slosh and Crash for 60. I don't think that it's worth not being able to attack next turn, so here we go.
Feels really bad to do 210 damage to a Pokemon that only has 150 points.
Yeah, and because I can't attack next turn if I Dragon Strike,
I'm going to draw for turn. I have Gloria.
Nice.
So I'm going to play Gloria, which allows me to search my deck for up to 3 basic Pokemon that don't have a rule box and put them onto my bench. So I'm going to look for a Purloin to evolve into another Liepard and another Milcery. Yeah, even another Milcery. We're just going to really load up and hopefully thin the deck of cards that I don't want to see. I'm going to discard Magma Basin with Liepard's Trait and draw 2 cards. I am going to evolve Milcery into Alcremie
Okay.
And attach a fire energy from my hand to Charizard V. I think I will retreat
Thinking about it.
Liepard
Okay.
into Charizard, and I'm just gonna Heat Blast for 180 damage.
Okay, I'll draw for turn. I'll use trade, discard Gloria. I'll attach an energy to Simisear. I'll play Gloria. I'll grab Purloin and Milcery. And I will use Dragon Strike for 210 damage to knock out Charizard.
Yes, 210 damage plus the choice bounce.
Right, yeah, 230, yeah.
240 damage
Math's hard.
to take the knockout on Charizard
Okay, listen,
V.
I knew it was enough, okay? The number is irrelevant. It's just enough.
I'll promote Liepard and draw for turn.
Yeah.
I will use Liepard's trade ability to discard Gloria. I do not need that card anymore.
You played 5 Gloria in your deck, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, we're starting to see the ramifications of
Well,
such
that
a
was the
choice.
reason, though, is because you want to be able to trade them away.
Yes, now wondering if you can respond to this spicy play.
Oh, boy.
I am going to bench Mimikyu V
Oh,
and attach a Psychic Energy to Mimikyu V.
Oh,
and
no.
retreat my Liepard, and I am going to use Jealous Eyes, which places 3 damage counters on the opponent's active Pokemon for each prize card my opponent has taken, and with its Dummy Doll ability, which reads, when you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench during your turn, you may prevent all damage done to this Mimikyu V by attacks from your opponent's Pokemon until the end of my opponent's next turn. So it is invincible, and I'm taking the knockout, going to just 1 prize card remaining.
1 prize, and I can't hurt it.
Yes.
That's a problem. Okay, that's a problem. I'll send up Lumineon. I'll draw for turn. I'll trade to discard the Gloria. I'll evolve into a second Liepard. I'll trade with my second Liepard. I'll bench Zarude and put an energy on Zarude. I will retreat my Lumineon into Simisear. And then I'll use Bursting Power. I can attach 2 basic energy cards from my hand to my Pokemon in any way that I like. So I'll put a Grass Energy on Zarude V and a Darkness Energy on Milcery. And it is your turn. I don't do any damage, but I still get my effect.
I'm going to draw for turn, and off of the prizes, I found the game winner boss's orders.
Unfortunate.
Mimikyu can use Jealous Eyes for the final knockout. Great game, Chip.
I needed you to not have the boss. Good game, good game. So Andrew, answer the question. Can you build a Pokemon trading card game deck out of just 1 booster box?
Yes, you can.
A good one?
A busted.
Ended up getting the win with your Alcremie deck. Didn't see much of the Alcremie though.
The Alcremie did what it needed to do.
It did.
Softened up the Grain Bull early. I was kind of drawing just enough to get by for a while, but the Mimikyu V ended up being the hero of the deck.
You almost didn't play it in your deck.
That's what I'm saying. And that's part of what made this so exciting is I had no idea that it was going to be Mimikyu that was the most busted card. I only played 2 Psychic Energy, but we drew into the right cards at the right time, and it really worked out. So it was a lot of fun.